I'm going to be giving an introduction on this simple tool to view and filter the Nehalem data that we have. Um, so we've got two layers on this map here, and you can zoom in and look at those. There's the netmap stream model and the sub-basin model. So you can look around and click things. You can click reaches of stream to get some information. All those attributes are available, and you can also click the sub-basins. They will have a name. And if you need to go back to zoomed out spot, you can hit the home button. So we're going to start filtering things down, try to get a little more specific data isolated. So I'm just going to start with the basin model. So up here, you've got three options for filtering the basin model. So if you open this up, each of these filters has to do with a different attribute. So this one's road density, and there's a number in there that cuts it somewhere in the middle. And as you can see here, you can see the total acreage remaining goes down. But you can also customize this. Let's say I want more road density. That will filter down further, okay? You can turn those on and off. You can mix and match them, turn on two, fish passage and population, and get, reaches, or subbasins that have both of those factors. So I'm just going to create a simple filter. I'll just pick a couple. Let's try, we want tall trees near the in the riparian area. And let's also say I want subbasins with low flow speed. Okay, so now we've got those filtered down. And these subbasins are going to share those characteristics we filtered for. Now let's come over here to the reach model. So the reach model has a ton of small segments of stream that are separated out, and I believe they're about 100 meters long. But it can be a bit overwhelming. So I'm going to filter that as well. These last filters here are filters just for the stream model. So I'm going to cut out any streams that don't have fish. So you can see that cuts it down by quite a lot. And it might take a minute for it to catch up with the graphical rendering. And maybe I will filter that they have a suitable value width index for coho salmon. Over here, we've got some other selection tools. You're welcome to select on your own with various tools. You can use a lasso to select streams. And you click this button here. You can draw a circle or a square, whatever shape, and just double click. And it will select all those. And you just click here to unselect. But I want to select all of the stream reaches that are inside those basins I selected for. So what you can do is come down here to select by data, switch to your model, and you're going to hit apply. Now it tells you how many basins you're filtering with. So we've got 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm going to click apply. And you'll see here a little circle telling you how long it takes. It might take a minute depending on how many features you have left. And you can see that all those reaches are inside our basins. Now, what's really cool is you can come to the table and you can see all of your streams here. It might take a minute to pop in because there's so many. And you can look through all of the different attributes. Or you can click this button here, and that is going to show you only the ones that have been selected. So that narrows it down. And you can do various actions with those. You might click statistics. You can choose an attribute you want to explore, maybe elevation, and it'll tell you things like the minimum and maximum, average, some basic statistics. You can also zoom to them. Kind of moves your map over to where those are centered. And you can also export them in various file formats. And if you are not seeing the filters you need up here, you can create a custom filter down here. So you just click set filter, and you're going to turn it on, and you're going to add clause, and you will choose a attribute and a number. For now, I'm going to stick with this selection I've made. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to say show on map, and this is going to mark those filters in a different color so you can still see them, even when they're not selected. They're green and the others are blue. And I'm also going to unfilter my basins. I've made the selection. I want them all to show up now. Okay, so I've got all my basins back, and I've still got my streams that I selected earlier highlighted. So the last thing I'm going to do is hit this print button, and this will help me create a map, a simple map that shows off the streams I've selected by the attributes I wanted. So I'm just going to call it something simple, such as riparian forested streams. Just something to do with the attributes I selected. You can choose a different layout. You can have a few other settings here depending on what you'd like on your map, and you hit print. And this little circle here will spin while it's creating your map. It might take a minute. In the meantime, I'll show you a few other tools we have. We have measurements, so you can measure linear distance, whatever unit you choose. You can also measure area by drawing a shape. And I'd also like to remind you to, click around and explore. These things have a lot of info stored inside them already. And you can explore that way and figure out what you want. With the filters as well, I included the minimum and maximum so you know what range you're working with. Okay, so it looks like our results are done. I'm going to come over here. I'm going to click this. It opens in a new tab, our map with our highlighted streams and unhighlighted streams, and a model and a scale. So I hope this tool will be useful for some of your needs looking at the Nehalem data.